Hello, hello, hello. Whoops, stop meditation. Get up there. Yep, it's gold there too. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Current Earth's activity is medium, so it's a good thing I decided to come inside. Hello, Diesel. Here's where they are. I'm also going to have to do something about the whole starvation thing shortly. Alright, 61. Hello, JJ. Thank you for checking in. How are you doing, Diesel? Let's go and do 3. Bum, bum. Let's not put that there, thank you. Can I get this out without breaking it? No. I don't even think I got all of my stuff back. Might have, I was not paying attention. Boom. In the future, let's go ahead and avoid trying to place stuff on top of flowers. Hello, Aweeware. Yes, finally got iron. Whoop. I spent like, what, 3 hours looking for it? Boom. I should go eat some food and then we can start this iron. Actually, you know what? It's going to be pretty annoying. I'm trying to do this while being attacked, so let's do it now. Perfect. Yep, I get it. You're starving. We'll solve this later. How's everybody in chat doing? Are we living the dream? There we go. Boom. Pocket! How you doing, buddy? I'm doing alright. What is this? That's my brown coal, which I cannot use. I can use my brown coal for the other thing I'm doing, but what did I do with all of my charcoal? I'm going to need to find that quickly, as the monsters will soon start spawning. I'm also starving to death, but that's like a... that's a lesser issue. I'm doing alright. I'm just old and tired. I love the cold personally, but like, my bones are getting to a state where they don't. It's also possible I'm just kind of dying. But not fast enough, am I right? Throws up a water in the USB port error. It is odd. A phone sizzling when you charge it's probably not good. It's probably time that I replace my phone. My phone charges like 2% an hour if I'm lucky. And also, the only way I know it's charging is that I listen for like the hum of electricity. Good job on the 15 stream streak. 122 days. I should probably sort through all of my food and see what's going bad soon. My cabbage should be fine for a while. A lot of that's also ready to be harvested again soon. That is odd. The cable looks fine. The plug-in point looks fine. Problem is that USB-C just sucks ass. It's better than USB-A or whatever. USB-B? Micro USB? I think that's what it's called. I've got a lot of salt. I don't need this peat on me. Let's go and put that down. Just for storage purposes. Thing of beauty. Smack that in there. Smack this in there. I don't have a torch in here. Honestly, due to a weird... I do, actually. It's down in the cellar. Due to the weird shit I've got going on with my walls, it would be hard to have a torch in here. Yeah, I can take this, it's fine. For convenience or storage, I might want to bring my walls out a tiny bit so that I can put like tool racks and stuff. Also, in my testing, whoops, you put that fucking bag right now. The one roof mod, which I was excited to use so I can actually make a roof that looks good, not working at all. So that's unfortunate. So this first thing we're doing here, actually, even though I've got 2 hammers on my person, we are, let's waste this one fire clay. Whoop-boo. What are we doing here? Can I make slabs out of this? How do I do that? Hopefully I don't need a saw. It's a recipe. Don't think I can make slabs. Yeah, micro USB, the one where it can only be plugged in one way. I've, like, never had issues with that. Ah, there we go. Oh, never mind. My lantern's right there. Boom. I can now work from up here. The way Frog intended. You're also still sick. My condolences, buddy. Yoink. Alright, so we are making a hammer. Iron hammerhead. In the middle, we will build a snowman. Honestly, there's just not enough Christmas music to play nothing but Christmas music like my workplace is. I don't have much sanity to lose, but I feel like what little I do have is on its way out. Alright, so I'm pretty bad at making hammers. I always feel like I'm going to fuck up the hammer. Probably because I always get pretty close. There we go. No, I do not have water in here to quench it. I used to have water in here. I might. Yep, it's still there. Although quenching is not necessary. Hello, Adal. Have I eaten my puffballs today? You mean Reese's Puffs? Peanut butter chocolate flavor? Are you cooled yet? Wait. Oh, wait. Yes, it's cooled. Oh, I do have sticks. I could have just crafted it outright. Alright, I now have a hammer. Let's go and break this. I don't need it here. Puffball mushrooms? I've not. I'm pretty sure they're toxic, right? I did add a fun mod that we could probably play with, if I can find where my flax fibers are. They are edible. Oh, 1 second. Let's see here. I can come into here and type in harp. 12 flax fibers into 5 planks. It's pretty cheap. I know that in Voices of the Void, there are puffballs. That if you try to eat them, they will just explode and harm you. Perhaps those ones are trying to simulate the whole spores thing. I don't have any in there. My termites are going bad. Oh, whatever. Can never have enough rot. The bananas has gone bad. So anyway. What do you mean no? In the spooky version of Voices of the Void, There is a chance that the puffball mushrooms will explode when you try to eat them, dealing a lot of damage. They don't explode anymore, what? I'm like 90% sure one exploded on me when I was playing it. Let's go and break my copper one first. But yeah, we're going to need a lot of iron. At some point I'm also going to have to go find the, what's it? The borax. How much borax do you need to make an anvil? I think it's just the one? Could be 5. It's been a while. Gotta fill out the space. There is a mod I don't have. That allows you to hold on to, like, the extra voxels. So kind of like clay. You can hold on to a partial piece of clay. It seems really good. I saw somebody make, like, 16 iron anvils with just 10 blue... Or not iron anvils. That would be too powerful. 16 iron bars with just, like, 10 blooms. But I suppose there's, like, also some realism in it. Why am I not saving the iron that I chop off? I don't know how easy it would be to, like, melt iron powder back onto another ingot or whatever. But surely it's possible. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a blacksmith. Right, let's hold on to the charcoal. Boom-ba-doom. Is anybody else excited for the Vintage Story server when we get one sometime next year? By the time we do, check it out. My name tag is finally golden. We're going to need 9 iron ingots to make an anvil. I'm also going to need some borax, but I know where some is, I just haven't gone to get it yet. And as soon as we have an iron anvil, we can start making meteoric iron, like kitchen tools. You cannot make, or at least not without a different mod, you cannot make meteoric iron cauldrons. Also the RAM prices situation. RAM is way too expensive. If you watch Moist Critical, Penguin Zero, Charlie, whatever you want to call him, I guess that one of the big RAM manufacturers is like, oh, we're no longer selling to people. Only AI shitheads. Lost cause. I try to be nice. I feel like in a world full of cruelty, the best thing you can be is kind. But I'm not afraid of letting weird AI tech bros know how I feel about their bullshit. Like, you're not going to be kind to the person you saw clubbing baby seals. Oh, there goes my hammer. It seems to know. This one is not looking like it's got enough. It might. And for those of you at home who are like, how do you not tell immediately if you have enough or not? I'm blind as shit. I'm sure there are people who can tell at a glance, and those people are probably very good at it. No, I've got plenty. But only 3 extra, so it's not that wild. My favorite Christmas video, and keep in mind I don't celebrate Christmas, is this one guy rearranged the Merry Christmas letters on his mother's garage door to spell out creamy shits. Funny stuff. Neither are my housemates' cats. I'm just making metal. Yeah, we're creating iron ingots. I made a hammer, which is like the first real piece of iron smithing we've done. A stremmer. So yeah, we need an iron anvil so I can start using meteoric iron. And as soon as we have meteoric iron, which will probably happen this stream, since I've already got a bunch and can go get more. I could make a salad. In fact, my cabbage is probably done. Problem is that I don't have cool stuff to add into the salad. I appreciate you stopping by to say hello, Ender Soup. There is no way I read that correctly. Come on. Normally it's not so hard to see over an anvil, but my model is short. Nice. I've actually got all the stuff around me to make tier 2 refractory bricks. I just don't have wind power set up yet, because I've got weird priorities. And I'm lazy. I would like to make a better, whatchamacallit, beehive kiln. So I'm probably going to make a beehive kiln just using fire clay. But since that's not ideal, I'm going to need to be making tier 2 refractory bricks anyway. I do not yet have the stuff to make tier 3 refractory bricks, including the steel. That mod where you do keep the slag is tempting. If I could just, like, take a single voxel from these and then put it on the one that failed. Fine, I'll rotate. Nope, gotta take it this way. It's better to rotate the thing you're working, but I am really dumb and more than a tiny bit tired. Alright. Boom. I wish I had an auto hammer set up. Yes, so I've been streaming Vintage Story for a couple years now. And, like, I've had at most 3 blooms ever fail. And I was talking about how funny it would be if my first bloom failed, and then it failed by a single voxel. I'm holding on to it, so if I ever get an auto hammer set up, I can, fix it. But there is a mod to hold on. I'm making iron. You need iron to make steel. But I will not be making steel for a good bit. I've technically got everything sitting around that I need to start making steel. However, I don't have a windmill set up. Not because I don't have the linen for it. I've got a ton of flax fiber. I don't have the brain power required to set up a windmill. I could set up the water wheel. Water wheel gear, water wheel base. Ba-ba-ba-ba. That doesn't seem too complicated. However, I am stupid. So I'm going to hold off. Nice, nice. I'm currently just wearing mage armor. I might end up making a tailored gambeson. Although I'm probably going to have to either hold off on making my windmill or make the tailored gambeson, because I've got a lot of linen. I just don't have enough for both, I don't think. But it's fine, because I do need flax fiber. Not flax fiber. I do need that as well. I need flax grain for my chickens. And I really like farming, so I was never not going to grow a bunch of flax. This is probably why my hammers break so often. Doing a lot of unnecessary shit here. Bum-ba-dum. Yes, yes. In as few hammer hits as possible. Whoops. Would be funny if you could, damage your hammer by missing. Whoops. It's not too hard to fix. Ideally, I wouldn't be screwing it up, but here we are. A gift from God that is Monster Energy. I mean, Monster Energy, like, it's got a decent amount of caffeine. And unlike Red Bull or whatever, I don't dislike the taste. But with my ADHD, I don't even particularly benefit from energy drinks, but if I don't drink them, I get headaches, which is not ideal. It's the caffeine addiction. That's not entirely fair. I've got plenty of energy even without caffeine. Caffeine does help me focus in small amounts. It can't go away after a day or two, because I keep drinking the caffeine. I have to go to bed in less than 2 hours, and I've got one open right now. To be fair, I opened it a while ago. It's not room temp, but it's getting there. It's also really cold in this room, so... Come on. I need 5 more ingots. Sun is rising? Yes, slowly. Imagine being able to focus in physics class. Could not be me. I actually do like the sciences. I just don't like math. Conceptual physics. Sure, I'll learn the hell out of that. Applied physics? It's like you want me to do equations and shit? No thanks. What's funny is that I did actually used to like math. Sometime around the 6th grade. Which is like what? How old is the 6th grade? I want to say 11? Something like that? 13? Anyway, I used to actually be really good at math. But at some point, they're like, oh, you need to show your work. So even though I was getting the correct answers, and clearly not cheating, like I wasn't using a calculator or anything, they're like, oh, we need to make sure you're using the right equation. I'm like, I'm getting it right consistently, who cares? It's probably more helpful in higher levels of math. But I took and failed pre-calculus. Not because I didn't understand it, but because... Why'd I do that? Instead of doing my homework, I was programming a turn-based battle system onto my calculator, as one does. And those TI-89s, you can do some fun shit with them. Or was it an 86? Whatever the hell it was. The first game I made on my calculator was a basic, like, guess the number game, where you input a number, and it tells you if your guess is too high or too low. Basic stuff. Just gonna eat one of these. Probably could have started heating up one of these while I came down here. The 89 needs to be jailbroken. Well, if you didn't need to jailbreak the calculator to start programming games on it, then I had an 86. I think it was like a silver edition, which is weird because I distinctly remember it being a pink calculator. Silly Texas Instrument. Silver's not pink. Indeed, as one does. I wish that I kept with it. Like back when Amnesia: The Dark Descent was popular. I tried making Amnesia custom stories. And so whatever that coding language was, XML or something like that, I was actually learning it. Although a lot of people I talk to do not like XML. But like that has got to be the worst coding language. Or program or whatever. Come on. I need more windows. And to figure out how I'm actually building this feckin' house. How am I supposed to survive? Actually, I don't think I've died yet. And I'm doing some dumb shit in this world. Normally I'll have at least been killed by a bear by now. I must be learning. Or maybe because I'm fast as hell on account of being a small space raptor. The things that would normally catch me just haven't. Subscribe. I played a bit of Repo yesterday with my sister, and I really like the weird text-to-speech thing. I was saying like and subscribe, and it's like, like and subscribe. I think more people should say it like that. Hell yeah. I probably should have rotated the work instead of whatever the hell that was. But nobody ever accused me of being smart. Alright. I'm doing a number on my own poor hammers. Whoops. There's a lot in common with... I can't read. Where'd it go? I lost it. YAML. It does have a lot in common with JSON. I spent a lot of time inside of JSON files, fucking up other people's mods, or even the game itself. Before I can do multiplayer, I'm probably going to have to do a clean install of the game, because I've fucked with some JSON files for sure. JSONs. On the mouse input. Interesting. Come on. I really do need like a little stepladder or something. How dare the game penalize me for being short? I don't know if you can hear my joints popping and locking like it's the late 1960s. One of that was me actually cracking my fingers, which I should try not to do, since a lot of people are bothered by the sound. Oh no, I changed the games files. Like, I fuck with mods all the time, but I'm going in and changing JSONs for the game itself as well. Just because... Do you think you get a rowboat that fast? Or a sailboat that fast? Naturally. Nope. I'm changing the JSONs of the game itself. Do. Oh yeah. No, I'm only 30, which, like, I'm old as hell. 30 is not old. But, like, occasionally I'll just crouch down to pet my housemate's cats. And then, like, my everything will pop 20 to 30 times. I'm exaggerating heavily, but, like, you get my point. Wonder if it wouldn't be fun to, instead of rotating the thing I'm working, run around the anvil itself. Come on up. Going up on a Tuesday. I've got a cat named Kirby. Anybody here remember Kirby vacuums? Or is it rainbow vacuums? I think both existed. Oh, hey, it's daytime. We should go get the... whatchamacallit? Borax. Where is that? Whoops. It's around here somewhere. That's a cave. I believe the borax was near the cave. I better have marked it. Let's turn off the terrain. There's the borax. Alright, yes, towards the cave. Oh, let's bring this up as well. Not that. This. There we go. Running around at the speed of slow. Oh, sweet. My pumpkin vines are about to die soon. But they do be pumping out more pumpkins. While we're coming this way, let's check out my cabbages as well. Registry hooks. Done. Yes, all my cabbages are done. Or most of my cabbages are done. What is the temperature currently? It's 2 degrees Celsius. At 7 something in the morning. I wasn't paying attention. If I was the borax, I'm heading straight towards it. How much borax do you need to make an anvil? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Can't be more than 5. It's over here. Right. Got me some borax. Probably going to be more borax below. I left my lantern at home. Yep, borax. Tier 3 bronze. Got something of a bronze pickaxe right here. Yoink. Hopefully I don't need a pulverizer. I believe I just need a quern for this. It has been so long since I've actually bothered. Honestly, if I wasn't planning on making tin bronze stuff, or not tin bronze, meteoric iron, I wouldn't be bothering right now. It's a lot of borax. Probably more than I will ever need. I do also eventually need to set up a pulverizer, but who's got the time? Alright, it's enough borax. Whoop. Alright, let's go. Call me Great Aunt, or Grant Satu. I'm a dwarf. Didn't that song recently have a birthday? Somebody's like, hey, the Diggy Diggy Hole song's 11 years old now. Feel old yet? Boom, ba boom. Yes, good. I seem to be able to just quern it. Oh, and each one turns into 2. I still don't know how much I need for an anvil. I'll go with 10. What am I going to do? Look it up? In this economy? Don't ask what that means. I didn't think too much about it. To mark the occasion. Nice, nice. I saw somewhere that apparently Simon had just straight up lost access to his account. I cannot at this point remember which one was Simon and which one was Lewis. But I remember liking Shadow of Israfel, whatever it was called. Back when I was young and more easily entertained. Now I'm old and jaded. It happens to all of us. Oh. Good thing I remembered to put my tongs back in my offhand. 20 years ago. Come on. I need a second anvil and second person helping me out. Although this can be auto-hammered, so that would probably be more efficient, honestly. Windthrows. Isn't that the weird pirate game that used to be called, like, what was it called actually? Trade Wind? Fair Wind? Something like that? If this is a character or a thing in Shadow of Israfel, it's been so long since I've watched that. But there is a game now called Windrose that was called something else previously. And nobody is happy with the change. Oh, Dwarf Metal Band? Define Dwarf Metal. Like, don't get me wrong, it sounds interesting. Look how many extra voxels this one's got. Whoops. It's not too hard to put back. Boom. Oh yeah, this one's got like basically another ingot attached to it. I'm just going to collect all these iron voxels. Can't collect them, that's a mod. Boom, look at that. One more and then we can make our anvil. I'm probably going to do a pretty poor showing of making the anvil. While that heats up, let's go and grind more. Probably don't have time to grind 2 of them. Let's go for 3. It's very slow to heat up. There we go. That should be plenty for now. Why make more anvil? This is a tin bronze anvil. I cannot work meteoric iron on this. I need to make an iron anvil if I want to use the pretty space rock that I found. And I do. Do. Come on. Heat up faster. Overestimated how quick this was. Or perhaps I underestimated how slow it is. If you like weird bands, have you heard of Korpiklani? It's like the Backwoods Family or something stupid. Buddy recommended them because they're like a Finnish metal band. But it's actually really hard to find songs that they've made in Finnish. It's all English. That I could find. Not that I tried very hard. No, I really don't listen to much with lyrics anyway. I mostly listen to bad EDM. Is that a joke? Who knows? Sometimes even I can't tell when I'm being genuine. Now, despite the fact that I've actually not played the game, Crypt of the Necrodancer has a really fucking good soundtrack. I'm a big fan. If you are going to listen to the Crypt of the Necrodancer soundtrack, look for the playlist called Without Shopkeeper. Anvil, anvil. If I was the anvil, where would I be, anvil? Anvil, anvil. Here's the anvil top, here's the anvil base. Oh yeah, this thing's gonna be pretty expensive. Probably should have started with a, whatchamacallit. Going to spend a lot of time. Actually, I might need a second forge for this. Yeah, let's go ahead and make a second forge. Oop, there's another layer of metal up there. And pull that down, make a second forge. Hello, Loxia. Right, second forge. If I was my large amounts of whatchamacallit. I don't have large amounts of most things. I'm pretty sure I've got cobblestone in here somewhere, though. I'm willing to make more, but I was pretty sure I already had some. Alright. That's fine. Interesting. Hearing some strange noises out here. Whoops. It's totally fine. Don't worry about it. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind, that's for sure. Probably doesn't help that I've got all these rocks on my person. Whoops. The game's music stopped, and then suddenly my brain stopped working as well. There we go. Alright, back to what I was doing. Just making a second anvil. Not anvil, forge. I am making another anvil. That's not what I'm doing right now. Rock and stone. This is still plenty warm, but that took a while, so let's go ahead and reheat it. I'm not going to need both forges all the time, but for when I do need both forges, having two will be nice. And now to space out, so that my work stuff will come to temperature, and then cool off again. Well, what was I keep getting distracted by myself, admittedly. Viscera Cleanup Detail has got a 4-pack you can purchase. So I don't celebrate Christmas. I'm confident my sister doesn't either. So who's gonna be free at like 3 a.m. on the 25th of December? To play Viscera Cleanup Detail with me. Let's go. Oh sweet, some of my bees are going. Puppy dog's doing what puppy dog does best. Come on. As soon as this is done, the anvil, we will celebrate by making ourselves a harp. JJ, did you just change color? You went from like green to yellow. Oh, I see. I don't think you can fool me. Brr-pa-pow. I'm so bad at seeing where the voxels currently are. I do believe there is a mode that is better for blind assholes like me. I don't know why I called myself an asshole. I am blind, though. I need a help I can't see shit mode. This isn't too bad. While I move that around, let's go ahead and throw you in here. You lit? Yes. Back to what I was doing. No, I'm interested in Deep Rock Galactic. I'm just not entirely sure when I would have the time to play it. Viscera Cleanup Detail for the 4-pack is actually pretty cheap. I don't know, I'm bringing this all the way over here. Good thing I made this iron hammer. It's probably best to methodically and fill in all the spaces down here and then just work my way up. Maybe. It's been like 21 years since I've made a iron anvil. Don't question the fact that I'm only 30 and this game has only been out since 2016. Every time I go to tell YouTube what game I'm playing, I marvel at how much older Vintage Story is than I thought it was. How did my ass not hear about this game until like, what, 2022? But that's not even the same shade of green, JJ. You can't fool me. I'm blind, but I'm not dumb. Alright, that's not fair. I'm very dumb. But I'm also both the most and least observant person you will ever meet. Yoink. Just go and smack you on there. This might end up taking more ingots than it has to, just because of how the system works. If you're really good at it, it should only take 9, but it can take more. And my ass is not really good at it. Alright, gotta find out where all the voxels are. Yep, those do be voxely. I'm trying to figure out how to best do this, because like I'm losing voxels when I place the ingots down, which I don't even have. That's unnecessary. I need somebody to keep me on my toes here. I'm dumb, so I need y'all to be my brain. I also need to go grab some food. There we go. Maybe. Oh, that one is not burning, actually. Right. Down we go. I'm getting hungry faster, since I've got tongs in my offhand. Alright, there we go. Eating 2 of those in a row is perhaps a little bit wasteful. Look how hot this thing is. 10 IQ. How many people do I have on YouTube? That's not YouTube. I've got a whole 8 viewers. So 10 brain cells sounds a bit accurate. Oh, no, it says 8. On Twitch, I probably only have 2. If you feel like on Twitch you're not being counted, I do recommend that you use the check-in thing. Twitch is for some reason not counting lurkers. Put that back down. What the hell? Oh, I have to shift click it. I'm going to rotate this. And then put this on. I can kind of pick where it goes. Does not look like I'm losing voxels, though. It's going to be harder and harder to move them up. Maybe that's how you end up losing voxels. Gotta get them downtown. Hop on the bus. Are you having fun, Laxia? Are we living the dream? You know, this game's got good music, but it is weirdly quiet. Don't get me wrong, the sound of smithing metal is very calming. But I'm not overly fond of being alone with my thoughts. Not because they're dark, but because they're stupid. I'm sitting here thinking my stupid thoughts. Can Satu somehow break an entire iron hammer, making an anvil poorly? Let's find out. Right, gotta climb these up. And this is going to be very difficult going forward. Just based on my own knowledge of how my brain works. Or I suppose doesn't. My brain do not work. Like, look at that. I wasn't firing another ingot. Put that back. I'm struggling with my controls. My hands. We will celebrate the creation of this anvil by making a harp. One can never have enough harps. I prefer the violin, but it's a lot of steps. Well, first of all, get rid of that. Yeah, so it requires a violin bow, which is pretty cheap to make. A walnut, a whole ass log, some fibers, and a knife. And a saw. Expensive, expensive violin. But there are no animations for playing the instruments, which is pretty distracting with the violin. At least with the harp, it looks like your character's holding it correctly. Come on. Heat up faster, this is cooling down. Do. As you can tell, I'm really good at juggling my thoughts. Yeah, when you're making an iron anvil, you gotta make it like this. Stop it. Boom. There are mods that do let you cast iron, but I do not have those. Hey, this might be the top of the anvil. Well, I mean, this is clearly the bottom of the anvil, but this might be the top of the bottom of the anvil. Which is good, because it's actually getting so tall that my short ass can't see. Yeah, this is a lot of voxels to be losing. Can't hammer. No, there was one there I could have grabbed from anyway. Right, now let's not fuck it up. Boom! Anvil bottom made. Alright. How many did that take? That took 5. Hopefully the anvil top doesn't take more than 4. Watch me accidentally make an anvil bottom. I've done dumber shit. Probably shouldn't point it out. Probably wasn't going to until I just said, watch me do it. And then I said, watch me whip. And then I said, watch me nay-nay. Alright. Want to hear a very bad joke? Is it my very existence? Yeah, sure. Go ahead and hit us. Is it inappropriate for work? What starts with N? Lots of things. What? What starts with N? Nope. That sounds more like a riddle than a joke. Although I am tired and stupid. But it is outdated. Yoink. Oh, I've got no idea. If I was an anvil top. Oof. Another complicated looking little thing. Hopefully I don't have to make another ingot. Probably should have, just to be safe. Cannot see. This wireframe is not particularly helping me. Oh, yes, yes. There's an interesting history as to why that's called a rickroll. Must apply powdered borax. Alright. Don't smack that in there. When it is hotter, we'll figure out what the fuck I'm doing. I've definitely done this before. It's just been a while. Especially considering, like, for the last several times I've played this game, I've either recorded or streamed it. And even when I do enter the Iron Age, I never bother entering the Steel Age. Bring this stuff over. Won't you knock on my door? Anybody here remember the Golden Girls? It was actually a fun show. Trying to make conversation while I poorly smith up an anvil. Nope, can't move that. Trying to bring this stuff down anyway. I feel like the contrast is bothering me. I'm having trouble seeing where the actual voxels are among this weird sea of green. It is not easy being green, I'm told. I wonder if there's like a higher contrast smithing mode. It would benefit me, actually. Or at least different colors. Because the red and green is not vibing with my eyes. A lot of this game is actually customizable. I don't know for sure that I can change the color of the grid, but I can change the thickness of it. Which is a pretty good quality of life. Whoop. I will die on the hill that accessibility is always a good thing. Like, I don't care for an arachnophobia mode, but a lot of people are glad that it exists. Alright, my shit's cooling. Alright. Go and grab another anvil, or ingots. Probably gonna have to heat it up. Much like Icarus, I flew too close to the sun. Thinking I'd do this quickly enough to not need to reheat the thing. Wonder what activity is like. Sounds like there do be a lot of little things outside my door making noise. Probably just want to borrow a cup of sugar. Alright. Why can't I move it down? Oh, it's too cold to work? Yes. In fact, it says it right there. Smack that here, smack that there. Don't fucking put it back. Don't worry, chat. We will have an anvil sometime before the heat death of the universe. Hopefully. Put that back. I'm gonna go ahead and eat some more of my bread. I wonder if I could find an ABC file for Rick Astley's Never Going to Give You Up. I want to make a harp, but there are plenty of other instruments. I don't think there's a flute, though. Oh, bone flute, but that's not related I'm going to let that get hot enough to work. There we go. Boom, boom. I might need another ingot, which is unfortunate. A bone flute. You use it to command your elk, or at least call it to you. Yeah. It looks like I used too many ingots for the base. And I do not have enough ingots for the top. But that's fine. This is a learning experience. Just to be safe, because I'm really stupid. I do think that I'm going to make another hammer. So I'll have to process 2 more blooms. Well, let's just fill this out and see what kind of stuff we're working with. Well, I am wasting a lot of hammer durability. But in my defense, I am blind. Alright, let's get 2 more down here. Boom. Feverstone Wilds does add more interesting mounts. But I don't have it. I uninstalled it. To be fair, the mount that I want from Feverstone Wilds is the giant spider, which is not even currently in the mod. I am so wasteful. YouTube for a minute changes the settings. For a while, I couldn't even figure out how to stream in 1080p. Just some weird shit was going on Twitch, or with the OBS. It was not Twitch's fault that I couldn't figure out 1080p streaming. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make another hammer, for sure. Might need another several ingots. I don't know why I remember this only needing 9. It could be that I rationalized that it only needs 9 ingots. Because to pour an anvil, you only need 900 units. Hello, it's Most. Are you going to bed, Loxia, or just playing the contrarian? Anyway, at Most, if you're good at smithing in this game, do not watch what I'm doing. I'm just trying to figure out if you said goodnight because you're going to bed, or if you said goodnight because Itmost said good morning. If anybody asks, I would be messing up less if I wasn't also trying to read chat. That's only maybe true. The ladder. That is fair. I'm still not entirely sure if Huva Iota is good night, like, oh, it's night and it's good. Or if it's good night, like, I'm going to bed. I'm just going to put this on the ground. Oh shit, I can't put it on the ground. No, whatever. Okay, let's light it up. I should be able to use this scalding hot iron anvil to light the coal. I'll just put it there temporarily for its own good. I'm probably going to make another anvil. Or not anvil. Why do I keep saying anvil when I mean other shit? I'm going to make another hammer for safety. But I should not need another hammer just to finish the anvil. Well, it's already back to being above freezing, even at midnight. It snowed twice in the area. It's better than we get here in California, or at least the part I live in. That does put us in this really awkward position where I might be able to grow apples and pears. But it's definitely too cold for pomegranates and oranges. But I also want to make candied oranges, so I will be growing those underground. The perfect place for growing orange trees. Come on. It is weird you can't stand too close to fire, but you can stand on a forge all you want. I don't want to jinx it. This is already not a very promising looking bloom. That's not missing that many. It's still possible it's missing too many, though. Video game logic. Smithing is very calming. I do wish. Whoops. That the music was playing a little bit more than it currently is. Yeah, I'm working on it. I did not have as many ingots as I needed. So I'm making 2 more ingots. And possibly a third. It just depends on whether or not I think I will need half of a hammer. Just to finish the last couple steps. There we go. So do I need the 2 halves of the anvil to be hot? To attach them? Logically, yes. An anvil. Did you do borax? Top of it at the anvil. Also hot. Yes. I figured I did. I'm just double checking. Sword and then test it. What is the name of that show? It's like just something blacksmith. I took a metal tech in high school. Forged in Fire. It could be there's several shows of that nature. That sounds right, though. I took metal tech in high school, where I spent most of my time just playing around with wrought iron. I never made anything cool, but I used the forge and anvil to, like, curl metal. It was kind of neat. I also did welding. Specifically, oxyacetylene. There was a TIG welder, but it sucked. TIG welding is really good for, like, the one reason you would be TIG welding. And then for anything else, it's kind of useless. What you doing out there, puppy dog? I wish the Tameable Shivers mod worked better. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate having a dog. But I wish that the Shiver could actually, like, help in combat. Like, let's say I'm just out and about, and I shoot a deer with an arrow, as one does. It would be nice if my Shiver would then run up and finish off the deer. Since with the mod that I have that makes them act more like spiders, they're also faster. But posture check. Actually, I'm still sitting up. The more intense what I'm doing is, the less likely I am to be slouching. That being said, if anybody at home is shrimping, now is the time to fix that. You only get one spine, let's be kind to it. Oh, can't move that. There's also still slag on here, but I'll fix that. Stick welding is hard. Where? Did those just get a shade cooler? right before my eyes. Right, so if we're fast about this one, I can turn this one into an ingot and then immediately into a hammer. I still remember online, I saw this like handbag or whatever, made with a child's spine. But I'm sitting up more anyway. And it said it was ethically sourced. And somebody was commenting, it's like, how the hell do you ethically source a child's spine? I'm sorry about that loud cracking noise. That was my neck. My back. My neck and my back. There is a mod made by the same person. Yeah, I mean, extracting the child's spine while it is still alive would probably be more cruel and unethical, yeah. Anyway, the same person who made Rustbound Magic also made a mod that adds wyverns, or wyverns, however you want to pronounce it. And they plan to add a bone wyvern. And this game does need more undead. If there were already bone wyverns in there, I'd probably add it. Why not? This modded playthrough has already gone off the deep end. Let's find and tame a bone dragon. Oh, I'm trying to move it left. And this is why I gotta make another hammer, because I'm really stupid. I just hope there's enough metal here. It seems like there is, but you never know with me. Yeah, there's plenty. Let's go and rotate. Smash it. Oh, there's another piece of slag here. I'm like, how'd I fuck it up this time? Hammerhead, like the shark. Do y'all have a favorite breed of shark? Or species? Whatever the fuck? Sharks are like dogs. It's breed. Come on. Grab it, walk it up. There we go. And sometimes I wonder if it's obvious that I do and I do not know what I'm doing. Like, I'm an idiot. I know how to smith. And occasionally I'm doing things that look like they are accidentally genius. But more than anything, I feel like I'm just really dumb. Stop with the staff. Greenland or Great White. Nice, nice. You know what I need is some coal. I like nurse sharks. They've got like a really good vibe to them. You know what I mean? There are also those really cute black-nosed sharks. Like, there's a picture of somebody holding one. And, like, it's a really small shark. And the caption is like, oh, the black-nosed shark is not known to pose a threat to humans. And somebody in the comments is like, yeah, we can tell. Add hydrate. Like I'm going to let y'all tell me to drink water. I'm here to dehydrate and have fun. If those of you at home are feeling thirsty, it's a good idea to drink water. If you wait until you already feel thirsty to drink water, then you are already dehydrated. There we go. Some of that's going to be a pain in the ass. It's also a bad idea to just, like, chug water all in one go. The idea is to just be sipping water all throughout the day. Agua fresca. Whoops, whoops. Gotta move this stuff around. Not 100% sure how I'm going to get this out of here. I'm almost done, y'all. No, you can't climb. There we go. Where it's gonna be a pain in the ass. Move you forward. Nope, that stuff's stuck there. This one's not stuck yet, though. There is time to save it. Not all of it, though. Rotate the work. Ah, nope, my shit's pretty fucked. Let's go ahead and bring one over. We can do this. We're going to ignore how fucked up it already is. Nope, I can't move that. Interesting. Who would have thought that the top half of the anvil would be the hardest half? There is weird shit you can do with the metal to get it to climb. I'll bring you over. Let's go ahead and bring you to the left. I mean, that's the right. Back over here. I'm going to have to bring all this over. But it's fine. We know what we're doing. If you don't want to be amazed, look away now. No, really, everyone, close your eyes until this is done. A magician never reveals their secrets. I'm just over here panicking, like, how the fuck do I save this? Damn it, that is not what I wanted to do. Who knows, maybe that was accidental genius. I don't think it was. Look away. Oh, Vintage Story is a ton of fun. I wish that I had like $1 billion. A, because it would be nice to not have to worry about money. And B, because it would be a lot of fun to like just buy 200 copies of this game. Support the devs, and also just like, how cool would it be to get like a small civilization type thing going on. Do I even have enough voxels here? Well, that doesn't need to be up there. That doesn't need to be up there either. Let's see here. I've got 3 voxels that are like trapped on each side. Bring that up. Bring these up. We're making progress. No, we're not. Can I move you upwards? I can't. There we go. I have exactly enough voxels if I can figure out how to get them over here. We've got this. Not entirely sure what my plan is. Ah, you can come over. Perfect, perfect. How am I gonna get this guy up? Bring it over to the left. To the left. Bring you up. You over. You back down. To the right. To the right. Then bring you down. Finally, that wasn't a nightmare. Alright. Those of you who had your eyes closed, you can open them now. I figured it out. I like smithing, but especially if you're going to stream yourself doing it, I feel like you should probably be better at smithing. Let's go and get these heating up. I'm gonna go grab some food because I'm already starving. Success. Yeah, I get it. No, it's foggy in my cellar. Celebrate. Hell yeah. I'm super excited. We're going to have ourselves an iron anvil. I actually had like a ton of meteoric iron in my first ever Vintage Story playthrough. Like, Let's Play. I don't think I had any in my time previous to that. But like, I never made an iron anvil. I had the iron to do it. I just didn't get around to it. And then I dropped the game. And then by the time I picked it back up, it had updated like 70 times. I'm exaggerating slightly. Oh sweet, more honey. And can you use honey in the production of candy? Let me see here. Sunflower candy. I do not know. It'll probably tell me in the actual handbook. Expanded foods. Yep, 1 liter of honey, syrup, or peanut butter. You know, that we could make peanut butter. Like, peanut butter is actually really good. Smack you down. Apply the borax. I don't know how to do that. Is this not powdered? Oh, that's powdered calcined flit. Where'd my fucking borax go? Are you still in here? Yes, it is. I've got a ton of honey I need to do something with. I think I can use honey in the production of syrup. Really, I just needed 1. I mean, I thought it was 1. Boom! Tier 3 anvil, let's fucking go. That didn't take 6,000 years. Alright. To celebrate finally having an iron anvil, for what very well could be the 2nd time ever. I do not usually bother making one of those. Well, let's go ahead and make a harp. 2 pumpkins. And then, of course, my vine's all withered, which means that all of those... No, it's like this. Yep, harp made. Oh, I also don't need my tongs on me. Nope, all of these pumpkins. All 3 of them are just going to rot, unfortunately. If I can figure out how to get, like, Twitch chat on the screen or something, I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Alternatively, I could figure out how to make, like, little sound cues for a lot of the stuff that I've got going on. Yep. Those pumpkins did not finish ripening before the vine died, unfortunately. I do believe that Pornhub said that they were going to buy Vine. 6 seconds is all you need. But also my pumpkin vines are dead. Well, I wouldn't want to do text-to-speech. Like, text-to-speech has the power to be super annoying, so it would have to be, like, donations. Unfortunately, there are no animations. Also, I'm clearly still holding my tongs. Hello, Pale Hunter. Let's go ahead and put my tongs down. What if it's the most active user only? Nah, I would need, like, money. I'm joking. I'm probably never going to do text-to-speech. But, like, with channel points, it would be nice if there was, like, more going on. Although I can also figure out how to get a bot set up. At least to do shit like !Discord, because me needing to link that manually every time was kind of annoying. Check it out, Pale Hunter, we got an anvil. Like an iron one. Oh, we've had an anvil for a while. True love gave to me. Also, if any of these seem familiar, all I did was I stole the ABC files from, whatchamacallit? Starbound. I can try to find more ABCs as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and make some peanuts. Or not make some peanuts. I gotta roast them first. Can I put this down? Yes, yes I can. Why is it foggy in my cellar? It's just odd. Do we think that honey or fruit syrup would be better? What did you order, the puppy dog? Would be better for making peanut butter? Like in y'all professional opinion. That's right, I'm coming to you for professional opinions now. I do like honey and peanut butter in real life, but honestly, I'm not that big on honey, as weird as that sounds. Like, it's not terrible, I'm just not that big on sweets. Or at least not as big as I once was. Boom. 1 second. This is just a game, so we can use whatever material we want. We're going to end up with a decent amount of peanut butter. Might go for a second stack of these, though. Perfect. Well, I'm making the peanut butter. We're not making a sandwich or anything. You can mix syrup into the peanut butter to make it better. This includes honey. Alternatively, we could just make mead. I could have sworn I had more honey than that. Although we do also have more combs. A lot more combs. I do like making mead in whatchamacallit? Valheim. But that's like a combination between brewing and alchemy. Which is a lot of fun. Oh yeah, alchemy is another mod I have that I have not fucking touched. Even once. Come on, peanuts. Peanuts. I believe my chickens can eat peanut shells. Put that, give me that. And so that'll be a fun little treat for them. I'll wait to shell those. Alright, so no input on whether we should use honey or jam. Here we go, we'll do the side-by-side comparison. 1 liter of honey is 300 satiety. Put that back. 1 liter of syrup is 800 satiety. So syrup is clearly better. I'm just trying to do something with this honey. Although I guess with how much work it is to make syrup, it would make sense. That, like, satiety-wise, it would be better. Purely for, like, reward. But I like when things are a lot of steps. But I would also like it be rewarding to do that. Like, look how good gelatin is, if I can find it. There we go. 200 satiety. It's actually not that good. But it can be used in a lot of good foods. A lot of steps go into making gelatin. Also, I did make fish gelatin, like I said I wanted to do the other time, and you cannot use it in pie for some reason. I want to make a fish gelatin pie. It's very savory. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what else you would use it in if you can't use it in pie. I suppose I could test that. Maybe make salads. But like those weird southern salads, where it's like, this is barely food. Fish gelatin? No idea, but it says very savory in the tool description. Peanuts. Come on, peanuts. Peanuts. Okay, there are other modes to this. Whoops. Closing doors. Probably need to play music in a wide open space. The music might be a tiny bit loud. I've got the game turned down, or unless I turned it back up. Nope, never turned it back up. I almost turned the game back up when I was playing Repo with my sister yesterday, but instead I just turned up the volume of her speech. Which, between the two options, makes the most sense. Because if I turned the game back up, I would have to turn the actual game volume down. Whoops, without trying to put shit in there. Powdered borax. It'd be interesting if you had to wash your clothes. Borax would be good for that. As it is, what is powdered borax good for? Powdered borax. Oh, I can apparently use it to mount fish. There is a mod I saw that lets you, like, make decorative fish to stack, as well as stacking non-decorative fish. I was tempted to get it. I would like to make, like, a little fishing village type thing, but I am super bad at building, and super lazy. Right? I should be able to make borax candy. Just a bit of sunflower, some peanut butter, some borax. I do believe that, like, Elmer's school glue, borax, and maybe water? Yeah, probably water. Or, like, the three main things you need to make slime. We should be allowed to make slime in Vintage Story. Come on, Tyra, and get on it. But yeah, I added the instruments mod, just as something to goof around with. But also, like, canonically, a volley have a strong association with music. They're like a nomad group, so, like, of course they're going to be doing something to pass the time. I don't think that's something you can actually do with a harp. Fun, though. Awake Sweet Love, for release. Fugue. Playing music in Starbound is more fun than playing music in Vintage Story. I think it's just because in Vintage Story there's so much more you should be doing. Would be fun to get like a bunch of us together and make a little band though, especially if we're all playing as a volley. If anybody here makes music, no, we can play some of it on the Vintage Story instruments. Just needs to be converted into an ABC file. I found a thing that converts MIDI files into ABC, so I could probably take the entire script of the B movie, convert it into MIDI, and then convert that into ABC, and then play the B movie script on my harp. What could possibly go wrong? Good luck flagging that content ID. Right? If playing an instrument just requires that I be able to make it make sound, I can play most of the instruments. I also gotta do laundry. Life is just like an infinite loop. Of laundry and dishes. It's Sisyphean. Sisyphean. I think it's Sisyphean. Alright, sleep well, JJ. I was hoping to get meteoric iron within this stream, but I started so late. That this chill ironsmithing stream has simply become a chill... I used all of my brain power to make an anvil. And now, let's make peanut butter stream. Gotta make some good candy. I think I'm either out or almost out of sunflower candy. Yeah, this is all I've got left. Bum bum bum. Ba bum bum. 1 second. The duck walked up to the lemonade stand. Ba-da-da-da. I'm hungry, but I've got very little food at home. What kind of songs are there in here? We wish you... Sounds like it's doubling up on the notes. So bring us some figgy pudding, so bring us some figgy pudding, so bring us some figgy pudding. Bring it right here. No, we won't go until we get some. No, we won't go until we get some. I've actually never tried figgy pudding, but I cannot imagine that it's good enough to justify harassing your neighbors. Burp, burp, burp. So I don't know which mod adds it, but there is this class that's effectively like a nudist. That's not all they do, though. They're really fast and they can jump 3 times as high. Now, which on a volley, which can already jump 2 blocks tall, is insane. I can jump 6 blocks high. If that sounds like the kind of thing that would actually be more inconvenient than anything, yeah, it totally is. My peanuts. Come on, peanuts. I cannot wait to start making some peanut butter. But we want to use black currant or white currant syrup. It does not use a lot of syrup, but let's find out what we got more of. Oh, it's wine. Also wine. 13.4, that's wine. 8.8 liters of blueberry syrup. It's my mushroom beer. Oh damn, mushroom beer is not fresh for very long. Apparently I'm totally out of white currant syrup, so I guess that, torpedoes that. We'll go ahead and use blackcurrant. Blueberry also sounds good. But I've been using blueberry for my other candy. That's right, we're no longer making real food here. What time is it? It's only 6:20. Boom, it's a lot of... What? Peanut shells. Do peanut shells go bad? No. No, yeah, they do. Not very fast, though. It's fresh for 5.1 years. I must feed my birds. Rift activity is high, doesn't bother me none. Where are you getting all these eggs? Like, I'm not going to complain that they are laying eggs, but I'm not feeding them, so where are they getting the nutrition? Will you eat this? No. Unsuitable fodder. Diesel, are you familiar with an instrument called the cantale? We should learn how to play the cantale. There you go. Stop trying to kill me. I will need to feed my cows, so I can get more cows. Although there are now 3 bulls in there, and I just need the 1. And so we should also try to get like a butcher spot set up. And take the borax out. It is a weird Finnish instrument. What's the Finnish word for instrument again? Sautenin? Something like that? Sautenin? Kantale on suomin sautenin. Puhun vain vähän suomea. But yeah, it's like a thumb piano on steroids. Very lovely instrument, though. We should mod it into Vintage Story. Do. It is interesting how much Christmas music is very blatantly religious. I mean, obviously, Christmas has got Christ in it. But then they're like, oh, it's not a religious holiday. Whoever they are. These people I invented to get mad about, always trying to say that Christmas is not a Christian holiday. Couldn't put these down. Good, I can stack them. Not high enough, though. Back to what we were doing. It's almost a liter. Capitalists. Heck yeah, 1 liter of peanut butter. Let's go and scoop it up. I could have sworn I could scoop it up like that. I guess I swore wrong. Yes, it just bottled it. Empty thing. Oh, this is the part that's weird. I think I can just put it there, actually. Yep, could just put it there. Alright, we know going forward. I'm fresh for 6.3 years. Keep this in the mushroom room, why not? The key harp. Buttons. Bow. Bows do be fun. I always wanted to learn how to play the violin when I was younger and had more free time. But when I was younger and had more free time, we could not afford a violin. Now I'm older and employed, so I could, in theory, just buy my own violin. But I've got no free time. Amazing how that works. But also, I don't have like a pinky finger on my left hand. So I would need a left-handed violin, which both technically does not exist and is quite a bit more expensive than a right-handed violin. And the problem with the violin is that you can't just restring it, it would snap its neck. You would need one specifically built backwards. Alternatively, I would like to learn how to play the cello. The cello's just like a really fucking big violin. I mean, it's not, but it also isn't not. You know what I mean? Yoink. Alright, let's be smart about it. Smack it there. Boom. Gotta make some good peanut butter. Played wrong enough. Kind of like how any machine can be a smoke machine if you operate it incorrectly enough.
Good tidings we bring to you and your kin.
One thing I'm not looking forward to is figuring out how the, branch whatever works for the Vintage Burbs mod. I think that we're all just going to have to make our own branches to use our own custom colors anyway. And then the host of the server is just going to need all of those. Because technically I got my own of all these colors by modifying the mod itself. Because back when I did that, there was not like a branch where you could add custom colors. You know, like that guy from Trolls. Branch. Oh yeah, like if you microwave your Nintendo 64 while you're playing GoldenEye, the resulting sound could very well be metal. I'm going to end up with a really odd amount of peanut paste. Let's go and put the harp down. I'm not actually using it. Yoink yoink. Right, peanut paste. Alright, now for the really weird amount. Yoop-doo-doo. Your valley is close in color to mine. I saw that. It's got a weird leg, I believe. That would not be easy to do, but also not impossible. Oh yes, 0.2 liters of peanut paste. I'll bottle it. Boom. Alright. There we go. Now let's figure out how to make peanut butter. Peanut butter. Alright, so I'm going to need seed oil. Does it have to be seed oil? Nope, yeah, it can be other food oils. And then syrup and salt. Got it. Grab a bottle. Yoink. Does not need to be perfect. Boom. Let's grab another bottle. Also, ideally I would have salt for this. If I could just find what I did with my salt. I have been using my salt willy-nilly and then not making more. You know, like a dumbass. The seaweed is always greener. Here's 5 salt. There we go. We'll just use this actually for a test. Peanut butter. Go and stack those. Going to end up with more than we started with. 0.3 liters even. 0.6 liters. Grab all this. Grab this, put it back. Schmack that in there. I do have to do laundry and go to bed. I've got work tonight. But let's real quick make some candy with this peanut butter, just see how good it actually is. Alright, so, 0.6 liters of peanut butter, fresh for 1.3 years, and that's not closed. If we close it, it's 12.7 years, so that'll last a while. It's 540 fruit satiety, 270 vegetable, and then 1,500 protein. It's actually not that good once we make it into candy, but that's what we're doing here. Put those back. Let's make 6 of them. Smack you in there. Smack you in there. Can also make peanut candy using peanut butter. I'm going to want to eat one of these now. Let's see here. It's pretty good, pretty good. Considering that was just 2 pieces of candy, almost filled me to full from starving. There are better uses for peanut butter. It just happens to be what I used it for this time. Might make a tiny bit more of this peanut butter candy to bring it with us when we go get that meteoric iron that we know where is on the other side of the translocator. Next time, though, it's already past 7, so I gotta go the fuck to sleep. I'm just glad that we actually successfully made that anvil. It was getting pretty stressful, moving those voxels around towards the end. But yeah, if you're hanging out, whether you're chatting or just lurking, I want you to know that you're appreciated. If you're watching this video at some point in the future as a VOD and have somehow watched the entire thing, you have the patience of a saint and are equally appreciated. Like the video if you enjoyed, subscribe for more, and Fizzity, farewell. Of course, I don't actually have OBS open. I'm gonna try to go live earlier, like I did yesterday. That's when I used to go live. I've just been, like, dragging my feet lately. I don't have a lot of time to play games just on my own time. I'm usually either working, sleeping, or streaming. Horrible cycle. Anyway, peace.